Some of you don't know this, and I'm going to tell you, there's only a few people probably was around at this time. It's been 42 years, 17 days since the state of Colorado has hosted the National Convention. The first was the 8th National Convention. It was held here in Denver in 1928. Millard Rice from Minnesota was elected the National Commander. The second was the 14th National Convention, and it was held in Colorado Springs, June and July 1934. Volmer P. Mooney, Jr. from L.A., Los Angeles, was elected National Commander. The third was the 23rd National Convention, held here in Denver, September 1944. Milton D. Cone from Buffalo, New York, was elected our National Commander. And the last, until today, the 46th National Convention was held in Denver July to August 1967, and Francis J. Beaton from Fargo, North Dakota, was elected our National Commander. So I hope that when you leave that you will write, call R to do everything you want to and say, hey, you know, we love Colorado, let's not let it be another 42 years. I tell you, Colorado enjoys a proud history with regards to the DAV National Organization. Here in this small state, we've had 4 past national commanders and 5 past national auxiliary commanders, hailed from the small state of Colorado. We also enjoy the comradeship, I hope he's here and he can hear me, and active membership of the oldest living past national commander of the disabled American veterans, and that's Peter L. Dye. Peter was elected national commander on the 41st National Convention that was held in Atlantic City in 1962. So Peter, would you please stand and be recognized as one of our oldest active members of the Disabled American Veteran, if Peter is here. Now, I'm going to hurry because I would be remiss, though. This is the most important thing that I got to say, because I would get in trouble with Mean Gene. I think that only. If I didn't tell you that the original DAV Auxiliary National Headquarters was located in Colorado Springs. Now, there have been many departments, DAV departments, who have contributed to the rich and proud history of this great organization. Since we were organized, I believe, in 1920, the Department of Colorado is honored to be a part of that history, and we certainly look forward to the future of this organization. But so much for the history of Colorado. We are here for one purpose, and that is to obtain information, exchange ideas, which will assist all of us in our efforts to build better lives for our nation-disabled veterans and their families, now and also into the future. So have fun, but never lose sight of that mission and our goal. So, Commander, on behalf and to the delegates, on behalf of our Commander, Dodge Osborne of the Department of Colorado, and its more than 16,000 members, as well as our state auxiliary commander, Sharon Harden, and their 2,000 members, we are honored. We are certainly honored to be the host state for the 88th DAVA National Convention. In closing, Commander Dempsey, I want to thank you for providing me the honor to serve as your National Convention Committee Chairman. I want to personally thank the members of the committee for all their hard work and dedication, and especially I want to thank our department adjutant and executive director, Rob Luigi, who was so instrumental in helping us do this. So delegates, on behalf of the Department of Colorado, we wish you all a productive and informative convention. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. A geologist turned brew pub pioneer, sounds good, who had never run for political office, John Hickenlooper, was elected mayor of Denver in 2003 and re-elected in 2007. In April 2005, less than 2 years into his first term, Time magazine named the political newcomer one of the top 5 big city mayors in America. Both Mayor Hickenlooper and the city of Denver continue to gain national recognition for innovative approaches to transit, arts, and culture, ending homelessness and economic development. While there is little doubt among our members and guests here today that the DAV National Convention is the crown jewel in Denver's recent history, am I right?
Absolutely.
In fairness, I should point out that Mayor Hickenlooper also guided his city in hosting a small gathering last year called the 2008 Democratic National Convention. My fellow disabled veterans and honored guests, it is truly a privilege to introduce the Mile High Mayor and our host for the 88th DAV National Convention, Mayor John Hickenlooper.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dempsey. I can't possibly express what an honor it is to have disabled American veterans here in Denver. I grew up in a household actually outside Philadelphia, and my mother's first husband, a guy named Bo Kennedy, was a fighter pilot in the Air Force, and he was flying in Europe, was shot down and was captured by the Nazis and put in a prison camp. He escaped. The Free French underground got him out, came back to Great Britain, continued to fly, was shot down a second time, was captured again, escaped. This time the Dutch got him to freedom, and he went back and flew and continued flying. He was one of the most decorated fighter pilots in the European theater, came back to the United States at the conclusion of that part of World War II and flew, helped transfer aircraft and planes to the West Coast, from the East Coast to West Coast, to continue the war in the Pacific. And while stationed in Oklahoma, the Saturday before he was to be discharged and go home to his wife and 2 children, one of whom he'd never seen, he was caught in an electrical storm and perished when his plane crashed. And we had in our living room a small dresser. In the top drawer was the small billfold that he had that had a tortoiseshell comb, a nail file, and a slightly burned picture of my mother. And we would pull that out on a regular basis, every Veterans Day, every Memorial Day, and make sure, my mother would make sure that we all recognized and understood the sacrifices that people such as yourselves made for this country. Denver honors our military men and women who have given so much to the service of their country. We have an active and vibrant local DAV, and certainly we always talk about the 300 days of sunshine and the beautiful Rocky Mountains, but really it's our people that we're most proud of, and Paul Jackson certainly shows us often a good light there. We are certainly delighted to our local office for bringing the disabled American veterans here. We have the oldest VFW post in the country, post number 1, where I have had more than 1 beer on occasion. And while we honor, like many cities, our veterans in ceremonies and parades, our Denver Department of Human Services, their Office of Veteran Services, does so in more meaningful ways throughout the year. The Veteran Services Office operates a homeless veterans reintegration program, provides the county veterans assistance officer, regularly helps over 600 homeless veterans with employment, housing, counseling, and other services, helps to enroll homeless veterans in benefits, connects them with services, manages our $115,000 Veterans Trust Fund toward assisting veterans with needs for emergency and transitional housing, manages a pilot dental assistance program funded with CSBG dollars, provides supplemental support for various clients shared with health care for homeless veterans, on and on.